Don't forget, as always, you can follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Moncton Wildcast, Instagram, Wildcast Podcast, TikTok, where we've got a few things going, and now like and subscribe here on the YouTube. All right, well, we haven't really talked about this one, because we only had one episode, and we kind of tried to keep it light as the season premiere, but the biggest news of the league is the new fighting rule. So in order to prevent physical and psychological violence that result in minor or serious injuries, that first statement, I'll get to my thoughts later. The Q has sanctioned now any player thought to have instigated the fight will receive a 1-game suspension. The person declared to be the aggressor during the fight will receive a minimum of 2 automatic games. And anybody caught fighting will be ejected from the game. Now this, I know that there's a lot of people complaining on it. You might as well stop. They're not going to change their minds. It's not going to get rid of fighting. I don't think. I think you're still going to see maybe 1 a month. But my biggest thing, and I've stayed consistent with through the whole year, you better know what a fight is, because the Q had their referee convention in Quebec and in the Maritimes. So there better be a defined in-the-box definition of what a fight is, as opposed to per referee and game management. And I'm sorry, in order to prevent physical and psychological violence that may result in minor or serious injury or in extreme circumstances death, maybe we don't call hitting from behind into the boards 2 minutes where you don't see that coming. That's my thing. A little bit of harsher penalties on the elbows, the legal hits, the hits from behind. That's what I'm hoping comes from this. I don't think it's going to change the way teams play. I still think you're going to have that physical altercation, but you damn sure better figure out what a fight is if you're going to start kicking guys out.
I didn't want to touch this because I know it's a very sensitive subject for some people. Am I in favor of it? I mean, I'm kind of on the edge, you know. I understand where they're going with it, but a fight can change the momentum of a game,
which is huge in junior hockey.
Yeah, and so right now you're saying, okay, well, you can't fight. So what's a player going to go? What's a player or a team going to do now to try to change the momentum of a game? I hate to say it, but are they going to go and try to lay a nasty hit to get the crowd into it or something? You know, There's going to be something. There's going to be a loose cannon or two around the league that's going to, I guess, make a mess of this. And I don't know who it is. I don't know. I mean, there's a few that were in the league last year that have graduated. They're not playing again this year, thank God. But I don't. I think we've kind of lost the connection that I guess the league needs to have with the fans. Like this is something that I know the league's not going to consult with fans on whether there should be fighting or whatever in the league, because the fans are going to say we want fights. You know, you see like little scuffles after the whistle, and you hear like the 5 and 6 year olds are like fight. Yeah. Well, these 5 or 6 year olds are not going to realize that there's no more fighting in this league, so they're still going to chant fight. You know, it's nothing like that's going to change. If you really want to see someone who's really passionate about fighting, if you're on TikTok, go check out Sawyer Hene, you know, the creator of Country Liberty. Obviously, he fought. That was his job in the queue with the Mooseheads, was to fight. And he posted a video probably 2 or 3 minutes long, and even got interviewed by CTV Atlantic about the whole story. And I think he speaks everybody's feelings. You know, he's speaking from experience. And I think eventually, give it a year or two, these fans are not going to be just making fun of the Q. They're also going to be making fun of the OHL and the WHL, because they're going to soon be following suit, right? Like, you're going to go to the Memorial Cup and one league's not allowed to fight. Well, what are you going to do if an OHL player drops the gloves, right? If a Q player drops the gloves too, is that Q player suspended for the following game of the Memorial Cup? Well, no, because it's CHL rules. Yeah. Right?
And Gatineau... Ottawa.
And exactly the interleague games, right? Like those rules. If the game is in Gatineau, is it no fighting? And then the next night it's in Ottawa and you're allowed to fight? Yeah. You know, this is something that needs to be, you're either going to bring back fighting and have harsher penalties, or you're going to make it a CHL wide rule. Personally, I think you should bring back fights and just have stricter penalties. As foolish as this sounds, it's about a 5-minute major, make it a 10-minute major, right? You sit for longer. But that just sounds stupid.
I don't mind kicking the guys out if they fight. Like I got no problem kicking them out.
Automatic game misconduct for getting a fight, sure.
Yeah, like you're done for that game. And if you fight in the third period instead of the last 10 minutes, it's an automatic game. We're never going back to the guys standing on the blue line, the Jody Shelleys and the Rick Rippins and Matthew Barnaby's and that are going out there to fight. And that's fine. I don't like, I never was a fan of just the guys going out and gooning each other.
Yeah.
Did it get me pumped up at a hockey game? Absolutely. But I didn't need that for, like, I didn't go to a fight or a hockey game looking for a fight. I barely even noticed that Moncton had 7 fights last year. And other than Barbashev and Despont, I can't tell you another one.
No, I can't either.
And they were third in the league. So there was 10 for Bathurst, 8 for St. John, 7 for Moncton. And then Gatineau at 4, Cape Breton, the Islanders, the Oceanic, Shawinigan, Victoriaville
But
at 2.
look who's at the bottom of that list.
Yeah, Halifax, Ottawa,
Quebec.
and Quebec.
Quebec with one
One
fight.
fight. Memorial
Who
Cup
won the
champions.
Memorial Cup champions?